In this video, we're going to solve the 2005 AP Calculus AB FRQ question Form A, question number 1. So it says, let f and g be the functions given by f of x equals 1/4 plus sine pi x, and g of x equals 4 to the negative x. Let R be the shaded region in the first quadrant enclosed by the y-axis and the graphs of f and g. Let S be the shaded region in the first quadrant enclosed by the graphs of f and g shown in the figure above. Find the area of R. So now we have to figure out what the points of intersection are. What is this point? You could graph it and look for the intersection, or you could actually use the solve button on TI-89. So you would hit solve, and now you would do, what's this up on top? It would be g of x minus f of x equals 0, comma x, or you would hit solve on your TI-89. Type in g of x, which is 4 to the negative x, minus 0.25, that's the same thing as 1/4, plus sine pi x, equals 0, should be equals 0, comma x. When you solve this, you're only looking for the points in the first quadrant. The first point is going to be 0.178. The second point is going to be 1. So you could call this Q and T. Doesn't matter. So now let me write it up here. 0.178. And this is 1 comma something. So now when you want to find the area for part A, you'd put area of R is equal to, from 0, because that's the first quadrant, to Q, and now you do g of x minus f of x times d of x, or you could say 0 to 0.178, 4 to the negative x, minus 0.25 plus sine pi x dx, which is equivalent to 0.065. Use your TI Inspire. Make sure what you type in is exactly what you want, because I could see people understanding the concept but just messing it up because they typed in the wrong function. Part B says find the area of S. Okay, so when you find the area of S, that's going to equal from Q to T. What's that now? Top function is f of x, top minus bottom, minus g of x dx, which is going to be equal to, Q was 0.178, lower to upper. Okay, now top minus bottom. Top was the 0.25 plus sine pi x, minus 4 to the negative x dx. So now you are going to get 0.410. Let me box this. Okay, part C says find the volume of the solid generator when S is revolved about the horizontal line y equals -1. Okay, let me give myself some breathing room. So we want to find the area of S. What you're going to do is, let me just draw it for you. this is what it kind of looks like arbitrarily. This is S, this is the x-axis, and now we want to reflect it around this red line, y equals -1. So what it's going to look like is it's going to be a washer. So now you're going to do outer squared minus inner squared. And now you want to find the volume of this, and you would draw a bunch of these. So outer squared minus inner squared. And I told you my drawings weren't good. And this is what it would look like. It would look like a bunch of washers. So if you want to find the area, we need to find the outer squared. So what is this distance? You have to remember that x is right there. So if you're doing outer squared, it's this distance over here. The distance from here to here is f of x. But it's one below, so it's going to be f of x plus 1. So volume is going to equal pi. You would do, what was it, q to t, f of x plus 1 quantity squared minus, now we need to find the area of g of x, which would be this area over here. From here to here, it's only g of x, so you have to add another one. So it's g of x plus 1 squared d of x. So now when you find the volume, it's going to be pi. If you wrote it, 0.178, you don't have to write it. You could leave it in calc terms like above. F of x was 0.25. You could add the 1 right there. Plus sine pi x plus 1 squared minus g of x, which was 4 to the negative x, plus 1 squared, so that's outer squared minus inner squared dx. Now don't forget to, when you put this in on your calculator, multiply by pi, and your area should be about 4.559. Hope this video helped.